All right, we got Duke on his first official off-lead session. So I've got him on a 2 on the Sport Dog collar, and we'll see how he does on that. Most of the time I have to use it on high of whatever level I'm on. So first thing I'm going to do is have him go through the door politely. So he sees that my hand's on the doorknob, and you can see that he's coming up here. And so if his nose goes through, I'm going to pressure him. There we go, good boy. Just a little quick tap on the collar and have him just wait for a few seconds while it opens. Tap, good boy. Just have him wait. Okay, good boy. So that was a good response, was to walk away from the door. I'll take that. Yeah, good boy. All right, and now we're going to just let him get a little bit distracted, and I'm just going to randomly call him off of distractions. I'm going to leave him on this level and see how he does with that, and I'll go up or down depending on his response and what I need. So I start all of my dogs off lead with long line. Pair that up with the collar pressure so that they understand how to respond to it, what to do. And then I do an off-lead session in a small fenced-in yard. And again, try to get him pairing that. Good boy. And then we come out here. And I always try to take them up to the top end of my yard because they haven't been here before. The primary training is taking place closer to the building, and I want him to encounter some additional new smells and sights and get a little bit distracted so that I can start getting him connecting the dots even when he's off leash and distracted. I will put my transmitter up in front of the camera for you so that you can see what level he's on, how long I'm holding the button down, when I change the level, etc. Giving you as much information as possible. And this is all happening live. I haven't done this with him before. Certainly not out here in this big yard where there's a lot more, he can get a much greater distance. And get a lot more distracted. So it looks like he's going to go potty again. He already did, but sometimes they, especially when they're off the leash and they have that freedom, I do see that they sometimes potty multiple times. So I'll wait until he's finished with that, and then hopefully we should be able to get started. Switch hands with my transmitter and camera here. He is a beauty. Look at him. Good boy. So if he comes in without being called, Duke. Yeah, good. I am going to give him a little treat for that. Now he came to me. I had to reach in my pocket and get a cookie, and he wandered off. So there was a little delay there. Get a treat, put it in my hand. So that I don't have that delay. All right. I'm using the high button here on the outside, and we're still on a 2. Try and get that to focus. There it is. Still on a 2. So he's getting nicely distracted up here. Duke. Oh, good boy. Good. Duke. Attaboy. Duke. Good boy. Good. So he didn't look to me like he was going to immediately come straight back, and then he did. He changed his mind and came to me. So he didn't get any pressure for that. Just a good little reward. Attaboy. And just a note, he's got so much hair, I had to take a scissors and trim out a little spot there to get good contact with that collar. So if you have longer contact points for that, that would be useful rather than just trying to fit it into that one tiny little spot that I've trimmed to get good contact. If you don't have good contact with him, he doesn't even notice this, so that'll be important when he goes home. Duke. Duke. Whoa. A little high for you there, bud, huh? Hello, good boy. Come here, buddy. Okay, that's the first time that's happened. Good boy. Good boy. Yeah. Good. All right, so the good news is that he hasn't changed his attitude. He's still happy. Good. Good boy. He's just very surprised. So obviously I'm going to go down to a 1. I suspect that those contact points really seated on his neck there in that spot that I trimmed. And again, he hasn't had that reaction before, so obviously I'm going to change the level that I'm on. So what I'm going to do is go with a medium 1 on this next time that I get that opportunity. And because I haven't seen that before, I have to just adjust to that. So I'm on a 1. Let's get that. It's on a 1 now. I'm going to use the medium button. Duke. Duke. Still too high. Okay. Good boy. Good. All right. That's usually the problem with these sport dogs, is they're too high, even on the lowest level. Good boy. For most dogs. So I'll go with a low 1. But again, I'm concerned that the low 1 is still going to be too high for him. And what I don't want to have happen is lose his attitude. Good boy. Come on, bud. Come on, buddy. Good boy. All right. Good. I want him to have some success here without any pressure. Come here, bud. Good. Good. Atta boy. And I'm reluctant to move it off of this trim spot because I really wasn't that sure that I was getting any kind of a response from him with his leash work. And I just I trimmed that out yesterday when we did our prep for this. And I'd say that I probably was not, that collar was probably not seated exactly in that trim spot. So I'm a little bit concerned about even using this one again. Good, because you can see that now his attitude has altered. He's a little more subdued and a little bit more unsure, and I don't want that. So I think I'm gonna switch him for one of my collars and see if I get a better result. So I'm gonna pause this here. Well, I think I have to stop it, but I'll video a part 2 on this. This is just not a good result.